Hey guys, I'm Jacka. And we just got back from the movies. We just saw Incredibles 2. It was so much fun. We had a lot of fun seeing it.
It was a really, really fun movie.
It was really funny. It was very like
non-spoilery.
Yeah. It was very family oriented, which was nice.
I thought it was super, super funny. I think it was a lot funnier than the first movie. I really like Jack. I think he was in this movie a lot more, and he was the best part of the movie. And of course, Dash is funny, and yeah, all the siblings are just really, really funny.
Yeah.
And there were so many times when I was like laughing out loud, and like the whole theater was. I think I liked the first one a little bit better though. Which we'll get into in our spoiler part of this video, because that's more of what we thought of this movie.
Yeah.
But overall, I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was really
I would give
funny.
it probably like a B plus.
I give it a B plus. Yeah. B plus, and I would give it like on a scale from 1 to 10. I give it like an 8.59. Like I thought it was really funny, and we enjoyed it. Like it wasn't like it was predictable, but we still
the plot was pretty predictable.
Yeah, but it was still a lot of fun to go see. It was very family, and it just made you happy.
Yeah, we're not gonna like critique the plot so harshly, because it was just a fun movie. Definitely go see it in the theaters. We're not going to tell you too much about the plot, because we went in there not knowing what was really gonna happen. We only really knew that we were going to find out what happened the end of last movie. So yeah, just go into it, just go see it, and then you can come back and we'll talk all the spoilery details. But the fight scenes were super, super cool in this movie. They were, and it was very action-packed. There was a lot of great scenes, and the animation was really great to see as well. Especially thinking back to like the where we first because that was 14 years ago, and now it was so cool to see like a family that like we all like knew from so long ago, from 14 years ago, to see them in this new animation was really cool. I think our whole theater was really excited as well. Yeah, we went at midnight showing. It's currently like 3 o'clock in the morning when we're filming this. We literally had showtimes every like half hour at our theater, and they were all packed. Every single one. So it was funny because in our theater it was all like kids our age. Yeah, it was all kids our age. Yeah, so it was a midnight one, but it was cool. It was exciting that like all of us got to go see it. So right away in this movie, we start off where the last one ended, and we got to see the villain who like is the mining villain. He like digs underground, and that was a really cool fight scene. It was a fun way to start it. It was a fun, because I like that we started right where we left off. Yeah, it was really exciting, and I liked it was like a voiceover from that boy Tony before he got like his mind wiped or whatever. So like it had like this kid who just saw a superhero, and it was like a voiceover. It was really cool the way that they did it. Yeah, the way they introduced that whole problem too with Violet and that boy, because that was ongoing throughout the movie. Yeah, it wasn't like that big of an issue, but it was still like something that like was tied up at the very end, which was cool. Like it went back around, which was exciting. Whole big problem with this movie was that the superheroes are illegal. So that was pretty much the main problem throughout the whole movie. Yeah, that was the plot, really. And it was trying to make superheroes legal again. And I like that it really dealt with some adult issues like that, with dealing with Congress and like the ambassadors and stuff like that. Like, so that was really interesting how they brought that into like a Disney movie. I thought it was cool. The only issue that I think that we both had with it was we wanted to see more of like the whole family fighting. That was really the only thing that I think I would change. She was separate from like her whole family the entire movie, except the beginning and the end. So I would have, I don't know, but at the same time, like it really made great comedy with like the father being in charge with the kids. I wouldn't change that whole thing. Exactly. I would just have more of her involvement with the family, maybe more phone calls or something, or you know, it would have been cool if there was like a villain or something that like all of them as a family had to go deal with while Elastigirl was gone. Like that would have been really entertaining if they had like Mr. Incredible, because Mr. Incredible, he only fought twice, the beginning and the end of the movie, you know, like the kids too, the kids as well. Like it was really, the whole movie was ongoing with her fighting and like what she was doing, and like she had the most action in the movie, and I mean, was really, those were awesome scenes. Oh yeah, like those were great scenes, and I love that they had her go off on her own and stuff, so we got to really see her shine, because It really was, like, the first movie really was more like Mr. Incredible.
The first movie focused more on them as a family fighting together, and then this one, we really got to see them be separate. And, you know, I like that it showed, though, how being a father and being a parent is heroic, too, in some way. I think that was really the theme that they were trying to... He had to be a super dad.
Take care of his whole family.
Yeah, so
that, keep the kids safe.
That was good, and I really love seeing Elastigirl have this great development of being comfortable and confident as a hero and get so excited about it. And like, she really loves her job, and I think that was really great to see. But I just wish that we got to see more of the family fighting together as opposed to, like,
I wouldn't change it, but I think we could have, like, had it
like one more fight sequence or something.
Yeah, like a little bit longer, the ending. Maybe like you said when we were talking in the car, condense it a little bit more, and then have the whole ending be a little bit longer, because
something like that.
I think that the second, like the whole like ending, like the second half of the movie for me was better once like that was more enjoyable when she actually found out.
Well, I loved her. I wanted more of a reaction as well from her when she found out that Jack had superhero powers. Like, that he had all these different abilities. Like, I think I would have liked to, I don't know, like a little bit more of that, like one more scene maybe. But I mean, overall, we really did love it. I think that it was really great to see these characters back and just fighting and stuff. But I think it would have been really interesting if we had to have Mr. Incredible go with like the 3 kids while Elastigirl was off doing something else, go fight somebody together, and see Jack like have more of his abilities like in more of a fight, you know, like something like that.
Even when they were fighting as a family at the end, Elastigirl still went off on her own to go get the bad guy.
I would have liked to see more of the siblings fighting together, but I love that at the end of the movie, it was them that really went and saved their parents. I love that. I thought that was so much fun. We're gonna talk about some of like the funny scenes now, because this movie is just hilarious.
Yes. I love Dash. Like, I love Dash in the first movie, and I like the scene we had gotten in the trailer, but when they sit down for dinner.
Yeah, the math is math. Why are they changing
that too. Math? The math is really fun. I love how he learned to do it though, the way that he was, that Dash learned it, that way he could help him with his homework.
The family
I thought that was really sweet.
The family moments were just so heartwarming. Yeah. It really were. And oh my god, this scene when Violet was in the restaurant where he finds out, like, oh, the boy that you like I'm, you know, let's go and I can introduce you.
And she like spits out the water
and
through
her
nose.
face is so red, and you just have like this guy, and
it's just like secondhand embarrassment, and the dad doesn't understand why she's being like that, and he's like just trying to make it better.
I felt for her at that moment. Like, it was just really funny.
Yeah, and then they had a really sweet moment though later on.
I love when she said that she's like, you're super. I thought that was really sweet. And I would have liked more of the siblings. Like, I really love Jack in this, but I don't know, I really love those family moments when all of them are like sitting down like at the table, like even in the very beginning of the movie when they're all sitting down having Chinese food. He had like the vegetables, and before he went in, he was like, did you wash your hands with soap? Like, I thought that whole thing was really funny in the beginning. Like, I love those family moments with all of them together.
I thought the funniest thing in this movie though was Jack and his powers.
Cookies.
It was so great how he would like leave, and he would just be like in the air, like floating around in like different dimensions, and then he would just go around and be like, cookies, Jack cookies, and then Jack would come down and eat the cookies.
Oh my
I was dying. Like, that was really funny.
When he fought the raccoon while the father was sleeping.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But like, even before that, he was like, the father would be off doing something, and then he'd look down and he'd be sitting on the couch like watching a movie.
He was reading to
him.
He
would just have to go back upstairs and continue reading.
He was reading him like a book. I think it was supposed to kind of be like a Dr. Seuss type kind of book. Yeah. It was just like this ridiculous book, and he's just like reading it, falling asleep, and Jack just like, he
flops him, like, you wake up, like, read this.
And then he goes and he's watching TV.
I think
I love how they called Frozen, like, we're calling Frozen. And he comes in.
Oh my god, that whole thing was so funny. Yeah. His reaction to Jack having abilities was so hilarious.
Funny. I love it. Yeah, Jack was my favorite part of this movie.
That's another one, Frozo. I wish he was in it more.
Yes.
He wasn't in it as much as I would have liked.
he was just fighting at the a little bit in the beginning, but then at the end,
the beginning, the end, and then he had that other scene with Jack.
It was really just I would have wanted to see more of like the core three, like Frozone, Elastigirl, and Mr. Incredible, like those three. We really didn't get much of them fighting together, those three. So that's really, I think, my only thing that I would change. Yeah, just add more.
I mean, I loved all the scenes though with Elastigirl. I think they were awesome. I love the train sequence when she was trying to stop the train, and like it was so cool to see her abilities again, how she can like be like the parachute. Like it's just awesome what she could do, and I loved the motorcycle.
Yes, the motorcycle
was so cool.
I love with Jack when he finally takes her to Etna, and she's just like, yes, I'll watch him, darling. And she just like takes the baby, and the baby starts like mimicking her when he picks her up. When he goes to pick Jack up, the baby, Jack's just like walking like walking proper, with, like, a lollipop. I thought that was so great. And then I love the whole big show when we get to see Jack with his suit and like all his abilities. Yeah. I love that part.
And I always love how at the end with like Dash, they're like, no, you watch him,
He's like, where's Jack? No,
and then Dash walks Jack.
Where's Jack? Oh. It's just like great. Yeah, I love those two. The siblings, Violet and Dash, are really fun together.
It's so much fun. Like and the siblings together is just really great. Like banter and stuff.
Like, I love when Dash is like, is she having adolescence?
It's just so funny, the kids. The plot in general, like it was not too like extensive or anything. Like it was pretty simple. And it was very predictable in that way. Like, as soon as, like, these new guys came, it's like, all right, well, you know, they're the villain. You know? Yeah. Like, and then you knew, like, okay, we're gonna go and you're gonna solve all this crime. Like, obviously, you're the one creating the crime. Like, it was just very, like, predictable for us. I don't know. I think that was just probably, like, our age. Like, I'm sure, like, seeing this as, like, 7-year-old or, like, a 6-year-old, like, you would never know that, you know? Like, I think that was just, that's why, like, I'm not gonna, like, we're not going to judge it like too harshly or whatever, because we really did love the movie. And
even though it was predictable,
it was still so much fun to go see. The whole fight sequence at the end I thought was really cool. I loved how the kids went and saved their parents and Frozone. Like, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I love when Frozone showed up and he like wouldn't let them in. He was kind of like, well, like, he like shuts the door and then he like is like, we have to get out of here. And
that was a cool fight sequence in the house.
But then Frozone got the glasses on, and then but I like that was good though, because then the kids had to go by themselves.
The villains in general, like, I like that it ended up not being Winston, because I think that he was the most obvious. Like, I like that it ended up being his sister instead. Like, that was really cool. Like, I thought they were both behind it. So it was cool that it was just her, and he was still, like, pro superhero, and then at the end they ended up making it legal. It made more sense that it was just her,
because she was the one who had that hatred towards the supers for her father's death, which we saw in the beginning.
Yeah, so. Like, I really liked how there was a difference in the two villains in that. Well, not the two villains, but like in Winston and then his sister, how different outlooks and different perspectives, really.
On the supers,
Exactly. And I think that it gave the villains a lot of depth, that they had that backstory. I thought it was really cool. And
yeah, we got to see, like, why, even though, like, it was predictable that she was doing it to us, like, watching it, it's still, she had a reason for doing it. It wasn't just, like, she was doing this for no reason. She truly did she didn't want supers around. She had a good reason for it, too, honestly.
Exactly, like, the villain was understandable.
You could see where she's coming from.
Exactly. Like, the whole idea, though, of, like, the hypnosis with using the screens was really, actually, fascinating, because it was, like, we're always looking at a screen.
I was thinking that while I was watching. I was like, this is actually kind of scary. Because, like, if there was an actual villain like that, like, that's a way to control everybody in the world. Everybody's always either we're looking at your screen right now. Yeah, looking at the camera screen. Like, you're always looking at your phone, your TV, like computers.
It's so cool. Like,
and there's screens everywhere. Like, there's always like TVs everywhere. Like, you would always like have a screen to look at. Like, that is just so creepy. Like,
the way that you connect to everybody and how you can kind of take over the world almost, and
nobody like remembers after they wake up.
Like,
it's such a
scary concept, because like it's kind of true. Like, we're always looking at screens, and makes you wonder if this shit can ever happen. Like, this can happen one day.
I got a little scared.
I got a little nervous. I was like,
oh, this is like, wow.
Like, nobody like takes an idea from this. I loved at the end how Violet ended up going out with that boy Tony, and they were all like in the car going to the movies. It was so cute. And
that was a cute
then I loved how the ending, you know, superheroes are legal, and they were going going to save everybody. Like, it was a very nice ending, and
I love how she gets, like, she like just throws him out of the car and is like,
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Like, she put like her family and her being a superhero before the boy, even though the whole movie she was freaking out about this boy. She still
went with her
cute. Family.
Yeah, the whole boat sequence I thought was really intense, like turning the boat around so the boat didn't like crush the city. Like, I thought that was really dragged out. Like, they waited to like the last possible second to like save the city and everything. Like, it was cool to see how they did it too with Frozone and turning the boat. Like, it was really cool to see everybody working together again.
Yeah, I love the whole ending scene with the boat. That was my favorite part of the movie, the whole ending, when like the kids showed up. I like the kids part of like the kids part like by themselves with like trying to take when they initially went in there and like they were losing Jack. I think that was probably my favorite part.
Me too. I loved all the scenes with all the siblings. I think those were my favorite. And I would watch like a spin-off movie in the future with just the kids. Like, I wanted like I would watch that. Like, I think they should definitely, Disney, you should consider a sequel from the sequel. Like, I would love to have like a spin-off movie
with just the kids and like they go on their own mission and it's like
Jack's a little bit older. That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's really our thoughts on the movie. So obviously we really liked it. It was really just, we wanted maybe another scene with the whole family together. But it was
we really enjoyed it, and we'd love to know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Let us know what your favorite parts were. This movie was hilarious, so let us know what you thought was the funniest thing.
Yes, and if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more movie reviews. I think next is Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, yes. You can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat. We're at City of the Field.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.